You're watching HCTV 22 City News, your source for news and information on issues, people, arts and entertainment, and sports in the city of Hawthorne.
In this edition of City News, if you think gas prices are expensive now, you better brace yourselves for more bad news. New reports show prices might surge even higher. The details are coming up. Also, would you give up sleeping in on a Sunday morning to go for a run? Well, we'll show you a few hundred people who did. And find out what a local college is doing to keep students, staff, and faculty safe and informed. These stories and much more coming up on City News. Hello and welcome to City News. I'm Michelle Mizell Archer. You might want to rethink that summer road trip. Gas prices are up again. Limor Shlomov talked to drivers at one local gas station and, no surprise, they're not happy.
$4 a gallon, that's ridiculous. I mean, come on. Not too many people can afford that.
Soaring gas prices have consumers feeling the pinch at the pump. At the time of this report, the average price of regular unleaded gas in California is at $3.40 a gallon. In Hawthorne, that average is at $3.29 a gallon.
So it's hard. You know, you gotta choose, do I want to eat out today or do I want to put gas in my tank today?
I just think it's ridiculous and unfair that we have to pay so much money for gas, and I think something really needs to be done about it, ASAP.
Also adding to consumer frustration,
everything is going up at the grocery stores, the gas. Every time we turn around, the cost of a stamp, the price of milk.
Even with the price of gas so high, people are still pumping gas. At this Chevron gas station, as one car leaves, another car enters. Now that just illustrates the law of supply and demand.
But despite the complaints of high gas prices, travel seems to be increasing. The motorist group AAA predicted a record 38.3 million Americans traveled by car this Memorial Day weekend. That's a 1.7% increase from last year, a time when gas prices were about 15 cents less. As for air travel, that's up too. An estimated 4.4 million Americans plan to fly this Memorial Day weekend, despite the rising prices of airfare. So, if gas prices continue to rise, consumers must find alternative ways to ease the pain at the pump. Let's start in the way you drive. Slow down is driving too fast, or braking too hard is hard on fuel economy. Also consider public transportation or carpool as an alternative way to get to work. Keep your trunk light. The heavier the load your car has to carry, the more gas it guzzles. Also keep in mind this AAA calculation. To save a gallon of gas, you probably need to cut about 22 miles of driving from your week. And for those looking for an extreme option,
I'd move.
Where are you going to move to?
Anywhere. Besides, anywhere there was no gas. I'll start riding a horse or something.
Well, hay is likely cheaper than gas, but then again, riding a bike is just as good. Reporting for HCTV, I'm Limor Shlomov.
To get the cheapest gas prices in your area, visit www.gaspricewatch.com. While instead of pumping gas, you could pump up your heart rate, Kate Larson shows us how some people recently ran in a 5K race to promote healthy living.
800 Hawthorne students and families woke up early on a Sunday morning to participate in the 5th annual Healthy Hawthorne 5K run.
It's my first 5K, so I thought it would be interesting to try something new.
This race is one of many steps Hawthorne is taking to encourage a healthy community.
It's all about promoting healthy eating and physical activity for the residents of Hawthorne.
The mayor knows exactly why exercise is so important.
I learned a lesson about not exercising. I ended up with a heart attack. It took someone to educate me on what caused my issues, and that's what we're trying to do with the kids.
And it seems the kids are getting a great health education.
I try to eat healthy, lots of fruits and vegetables. I try to stay away from all the junk food.
Me and my friends, we play baseball, sometimes at lunch recess. I play softball, volleyball.
We do miles every Monday. We run around the block, and then we run to the park, and then we play sports, and then we run back.
Exercising not only keeps your body working properly, it helps release endorphins, which give you energy and make you feel good.
I'm feeling real good. That was such a good race. I hustled in at the end. It was just like the fastest I've ever ran before. want to run more. I really do.
It gives you energy and it just kind of wakes you up and makes you feel alive.
It makes you feel better about yourself. It makes you feel like you can accomplish anything.
Whatever your motivation,
Like 20 pounds over the last 4 years.
To look good for the ladies.
I had a weight problem as a teenager, and I got teased a lot in school, and it's sort of my motivation to help others achieve and maintain a healthy body weight.
is an important part of living a healthy and happy life. For HCTV, I'm Kate Larson.
We made it, Mom.
For more ideas on how you can live a healthy life, you can visit www.hsdnutritionnetwork.org. If you're around town and see a street light out, there's a hotline you can call to get it turned back on. 1-800-655-4555 is the Southern California Edison's street lighting hotline. Follow the prompts on the automated system to report the light outages. In the aftermath of Virginia Tech, student safety has become the top concern for most college campuses. Reporter Limor Shlomoff shows us how El Camino College is keeping safe and alert.
Why did this gunman choose to kill so many, and could anything or anyone have stopped him?
After the tragedies at Virginia Tech, the students at El Camino College seem to be back to normal, studying, eating, casually hanging out around campus. But deep down, most of these students know that emergencies can happen anywhere.
It's really scary now. That was pretty incredible. I was like, oh my God, when I first heard it. It's like, that could have been any school, anywhere. So it really makes you think.
I just hope this encourages the school systems to find different ways of protecting us.
And they have. El Camino College has acted promptly in the aftermath of Virginia Tech. Besides utilizing the internet and cell phones to instantly reach individuals, administration's officials are currently working on publishing guidelines for emergency situations that will outline just how crews should react under emergency circumstances.
Your emergency managers are trained to think quickly, depending on the incident. Do you evacuate? Do you shelter in place? Do you lock down?
While answers to these tough questions are being developed, El Camino College is sticking to plans they have relied on for decades.
Even before school tragedies such as Virginia Tech or Columbine, El Camino College was constantly reviewing and revising its police and safety standards. In addition to escort services, every building is equipped with one of these two-way radios. And in high-traffic areas are these code blue phones. All one has to do is push this red button for help. That activates the sensor and sends a signal to the dispatcher.
Whenever that type of a call would come in here, it immediately goes to, it becomes our top priority. There's just no question about that.
But for campus police, staying visible is perhaps more important than trying to screen each and every individual in a city like campus of approximately 25,000.
We patrol 7 days a week, 24 hours a day, holidays, weekends, you name it, we're here.
In the meantime, while the police are doing their job, students are being active as well.
Just making sure that talk to my peers or whatnot, making sure that everybody stays positive, and just if anybody's having a problem, try to get them to the right people so that they won't do anything of that nature.
It is a matter of communication. Students, staff, and faculty believe that by keeping a dialogue with school officials, they can keep their school a safe haven. Reporting for HCTV, I'm Limor Shlomoff.
To learn more on safety services at El Camino College, visit their police website at www.elcamino.edu/police. Coming up on City News, meet the four-legged friends that are fighting crime in Hawthorne. And staying on the topic of safety, we take you to an annual fun-filled event that also promotes protecting you and your loved ones. Stay tuned.
Does peace really have a chance within our lifetime? At Rotary, we believe it does. We've created programs at universities around the world dedicated solely to teaching peace to a new generation. There's a new symbol for peace. Rotary.
Mama, I played with Natalie today.
You did?
She's a girl at my school. She has pretty hair and I like her long hair. We played together, we talked together, and we were eating outside and bugs got on it. Gnats. They just fly around and get on people's food. Then we killed all the bugs and then it was gone before we knowed it.
Honey, would you get me some ice cream?
Ice cream?
Please.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Some things you just can't do without. It happens every night, all across America.
Hi, I'm Magic Johnson, and you're watching Hawthorne TV, HCTV 22.
Welcome back. We all know that our police officers deserve a great big pat on the back, but Kate Larson tells us how some of our city's crime fighters deserve a nice pet down the back.
This dog may be an officer with Hawthorne PD's elite canine unit, but he's not barking at a bad guy. He just wants to play.
There's a lot of inherent drives that a dog needs to have and nerves that a dog needs to have to be a police dog. They have to be tolerant of a lot of different environments and a lot of different situations.
This is Boy, a working police dog who, given the appropriate situation and right command, will attack, but he is also a loving and gentle family pet.
Our dogs are part of the family. They socialize with family, friends, neighbors, and he actually sleeps with my son and with me.
Every day after school, we'll go to the park and throw the toy.
Boy's terrific. He's well trained. He's a great house pet. He's gentle and kind, but he also provides a level of protection in the home.
Boy and his canine co-workers also provide a great deal of protection for the community and their human handlers.
We patrol the areas and we participate in perimeters to search for bad guys, and then we also do evidence search. We do narcotic searches.
You look what the dogs can do. They can do things that an officer can't normally do. Go places an officer can't go. And they're really a big factor in officer safety.
But extraordinary dogs like these don't come from your local pet shop.
They come from all parts of Europe, mostly, and the reason for that is the Europeans seem to breed dogs more for the work specialties.
Boy is a Belgian Malinois who takes his commands in Dutch. Roscoe, a German Shepherd, speaks a totally different language.
Roscoe came with Czech commands, and so most of his commands are in Czech, but I give him some English commands as well.
These special dogs, which cost upwards of $5,000 each, are exactly why Cora Travers has been organizing the Canine Barbecue fundraiser for 26 years.
I love Hawthorne, and I love our police department, and I love our canine teams.
It's a city event, and the money goes to a good cause for the canine, our police department.
And to the Hawthorne community, these dogs are much more than a good cause.
And I say my dogs because that's the way I feel, people feel, I think. In Hawthorne, they're our dogs.
These dogs truly are Hawthorne's best friends. For HCTV, I'm Kate Larson.
If you would like to find out more about Hawthorne PD's Canine Unit, you can visit the City of Hawthorne's website at www.cityofhawthorne.com. Well, let's face it, we all can't have a fancy canine in our backyards, but we can find other ways to protect our families and ourselves. Sophia Pop takes us to the annual Safety Awareness Day, where folks got some safety tips and had some fun too.
Top-notch entertainment,